Hi everybody! In this lesson we're going to learn The Wind by Chee-Hwa, which is from the 2025-2026 Grade 1 ABRSM Piano Exam book, and this one is piece C2. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. This is, again, one of my favorites in the book. I just absolutely love everything by Chee-Hwa. I think she's one of the most amazing composers, especially for educational material. All of her pieces sound very capturing and very expressive. The Wind is, as the name suggests, is trying to create this kind of flowing character, which is almost like when the wind is blowing leaves, so kind of a continuity, but also there's a restless feeling going on behind these very quick patterns. We have no key signature, so no sharps and no flats, and we're in 4/4, so 4 quarter note beats in every bar. Now the melody is basically broken between the left and right hand. There's no single melody in one hand, so they work together to create one unity. And that's why the slurs go from left to right hand, because as soon as you finish one hand in the left, the right hand takes over, and that creates this waving motion between the hands. So one is giving the melody to the other one, and it's almost like juggling, but in a very rounded, continuous motion. And that carries on throughout the piece. Now we have quite a few moments where we have a moment of silence or slowing down. We have fermatas in bar 12 and also in bar 14. We have to use the pedal to create an even more blended sound, and be very careful with the pedaling. Make sure to re-pedal when you see the little spikes in the pedal markings to make sure that the chords and harmonies don't blend too much and you don't get some ugly sounds. So let's start with the first line, which is the first pattern. So we're going to start in this A minor position in both hands, and it's only eighth notes or quavers, so ti 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 ti, and then resting on the final chord. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So finishing on that chord. Now notice how I'm playing it not only legato, but when I get to the last note, I'm not releasing it until the right hand goes down. So even without the pedal, you need to be able to create the legato sound going from left to right hand. And then lift up and the new phrase starts. Going on, pedal down. 1, 4 and 2, 3, new pedal. Lift up, and now a new section starts, which is basically just broken chords. The first one is an A minor, bar 6 is an F major, then you have a G major, then an E minor, then an F major, G major, and A minor. So basically the same thing, 1, 3, 5 in both hands, and you just need to see where is the shape moving. Is it moving down or is it moving up? And once you know that, then it's really, really simple to play. Now again, the key thing here is to start the wave from the right hand and give it to the left hand seamlessly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So very rounded hand shape, a very soft wrist to allow this movement, and I'm exaggerating it because you need that kind of movement to get the fluency and the freedom of the sound when you move through these broken chords. Do not keep your hand in a very static position and try to play from the fingers like this, because it's not going to feel comfortable, and also it's not going to sound as nice. Now lifting the hand like this might feel a bit unnatural at the start, but if you do it a few times you'll realize how freely it feels and how comfortable it is. So let's go once again with the pedal. New pedal, new pedal, new pedal. Every time you change the chord, you re-pedal. Now a crescendo, and a little bit of slowing down before this fermata. So we finish on 2, 4, B, D and D, E in the left hand. And because it's a fermata, you would want to slow down a tiny bit as you approach that fermata. Then you lift up your hand and start the next section, which is again pianissimo, very quietly, and pedal down. New pedal, fermata again, so holding it a little bit longer than you're supposed to, lift up, and then we're going to do the same pattern moving up and up on the piano. So we've got an octave lower sign in bar 15, and from bar 17 you have an octave higher sign. So same pattern, 3 on the C, 5 on the A, keeping the pedal down an octave higher, very kind of blurry sound. Octave higher, left hand crosses over, right hand, and left hand crosses over to the E, and right hand A, B. So once again. Getting louder. And it says fortissimo, so FFF for those final two notes, but those strings are so short in the piano that you can't really make it much louder, but you can go in as strong as you can. And keeping the pedal down is going to blend all of these notes, so it feels like you're being kind of blown away by the wind and everything is getting mixed up. So it's a beautiful ending, it's a very kind of mysterious sound that you get all the way through, and the key takeaway from this tutorial is to be able to try to lift the hand and create a very fluid, rounded shape with your hands, not playing it with static shapes, and making sure the two hands are always connected. So when one hand finishes the last note, you connect it to the first note of the next hand to create that legato between the hands, and lift up beautifully when one slur ends and another one starts. The more dynamics you add, the nicer it's going to sound.